semester, great things going on. Some really cool things just in the last couple of days that I want to comment on is how there's been so much thought put into supporting our students during finals and faculty. You know, Melissa Meadows, the whole idea of the food pantry, Christina, providing these baskets for folks and creating the siesta for students. It's just, it goes on and on, your thoughtfulness on how to make it a good experience. This is a very hectic time of the year. It's a fun time, but I appreciate you stepping up and helping one another and have it be a good end of the semester before folks go off and enjoy the holidays with their families. So just want to thank you so much. And I'd also like to take a moment to thank for the entire semester. Amanda Simpson isn't here right now because she's working to get set up for tonight's Festival Lights and Learning, but she's been amazing picking up these agendas and organizing, taking minutes for us. And please give a round of applause to Alex and his staff for providing a nice work for everybody today. Thank you, Alex. Fantastic. I came to him yesterday afternoon scrambling, and he says, fine, very calmly, he'd be happy to prepare food for everybody. So thank you so much. And of course, Glenn, thank you. I know you're running back and forth too, like he's a man on fire or his festive lights.
Man on fire, look.
Yes. He's got a lot going on. Thank you. I appreciate making this available to folks. Now
like
it's
this.
blinking. Yeah, look at that. Thank you, Glenn. And Tim was here as well helping. So for everybody who's behind the scenes, I really appreciate it. There's Tim. He's a reindeer today. I love it. So we've got a full agenda, so I'd like to get started. First, I'd like to bring up Jessica Tangatongo to talk a bit about an initiative that's come as an opportunity to the college. We've stepped up, and Jessica's been wonderful in leading this work. And I'll just let her talk about what's coming up for us, and thank you so much for your leadership on this, Jessica.
So our first event with the Caring Campus event will be this Thursday. I know a lot of you probably didn't get the email because it was sent out to managers, but it's an initiative to focus on classified members becoming more involved with students. Myself, I'm in the research department. I only see students when they get lost where my office is. I have zero interaction with them. I know some in the business office, maybe Heather in the scheduling. You just don't have that interaction, and we want to be able to help the students when we see them on campus if they have questions. So some of the items that we had come up with when we had the first event at RCC, we had some suggestions for co-advisors for some of the campus clubs, technology to stay in touch with students where we could provide YouTube videos on how to fill out like the FAFSA forms, where we can have cross-training for the people who don't have the experience necessary to assist in the financial aid office and A&R when they have higher volume of students. It's funded by the Chancellor's Office, and it was implemented by the Institute for Evidence-Based Change. So this Thursday's event, we have about 40 people who are attending right here. And for those of you who can't come, it is going to be streaming live on our YouTube channel. If you have questions or comments, you can leave your comments on YouTube, or you can email me, and I'll make sure to check my email so that we can talk to the coach. This is the first of 3 sessions. I don't know when the next one will be, but we do have support throughout the year with this to get this initiative off the ground. So we'll see you guys Thursday.
Thank you, Jessica. I think this is a really great opportunity. As we know, the work that we're trying to do to support our students with all of our initiatives, it takes everybody, our classified staff, frontline, have so much important insight and experience and energy to bring to our work. Really appreciate your leadership and everybody's participation in that initiative. So next, we're going to talk about curriculum and the CID submission update. Is Carrie Freeman, our curriculum chair? I'm not sure if she was able to make it. Not yet, but I think Vice President Jane can lead the discussion about what's going on with curriculum. A lot happening.
Thank you. So, I don't know where Carrie is. She was all set to present, so I'll substitute. But as the faculty in the room know, the curriculum reset necessitated the college to resubmit every single course that we teach in fall and spring this semester. We had to put the courses onto a new template. We had to relook at them. We had to revise them. We had to align them. And normally a college might put through about 40 courses in a semester, and that's a lot of work. This college has put through now close to 300 courses. So it's unheard of. No one ever in the history of ever would be expected to do this. So our faculty rose to the challenge of the crisis, quite frankly. And I'm looking at Nan Becker. The faculty leadership supported all faculty in this effort. People that aren't here today, Jamie Rodriguez. Oh, Jamie, well, Jamie, you can be up here too. Do you want to come up here and talk? Jamie, and they're also shy. Tanisha Young have been working like hundreds of hours behind the scenes to take a look at all the courses that are coming through before we take them to curriculum. We have another 102 courses going to curriculum Friday, which will then go to the board on the 19th. And then it's going to take a valiant effort by folks like Heather Brang and people that were cross-trained by the Chancellor's Office to input our curriculum into the Chancellor's Office inventory. This is something that we promised the Chancellor's Office that we would do by this semester to make our curriculum whole and clean. And I outwardly said, I know we can do this. Back in September and October, I didn't know that we could do this, but once I saw how the faculty dug in, then I knew we could do this. After we passed our first 40 courses, I thought we can do this. So it's really only to the efforts of the faculty who just dug in again for weekends and nights and workshops and phone calls and emails beyond belief that we got this done. So the faculty should be very proud of themselves. And then the support around the faculty was amazing. All of you in this room, somehow or another, probably did something without even knowing it, or you did know how much you were supporting the faculty in this effort. It was a college-wide effort to get our curriculum where it needs to be, and we can be real proud going forward that we have what we keep calling clean curriculum. And there's still a lot of work to be done, but now we can go forward with the work knowing that our foundation is solid and we can build upon that going forward into spring. So congratulations to everybody who worked very hard on that. It was an amazing effort and we have a lot to be proud of in that arena.
So I also want to echo my appreciation for the faculty leadership for this work. And as Karen had just mentioned, that we're going to be able to report to the Chancellor at the end of the term that we have honored our commitment to work on cleaning this curriculum and making it really, really excellent. And I think we can all be very proud of this work. It was a Herculean effort, but it really shows what we can do at this college when we work together and put our minds to it. So with that said, we're going to be sharing that with the Chancellor. But also I would like to let folks know that we have asked Chancellor Oakley if he would be our commencement guest speaker this spring. And just last week, he finally came forward and said he would be honored to do so. So just want to let you know that we're getting recognition. And, you know, all colleges there's ongoing work with curriculum all the time. But I think that our integrity in doing this work and getting it prepared, especially for guided pathways, is really remarkable. And I think that you're going to see his appreciation and just turning a tide where the good work that you've been doing and will continue to do is just going to shine throughout the state. So just wanted to share that with the first group that we're going to share that with. So that'll be fun when it comes to visit us. Okay, so the next thing we'd like to get an update on, very exciting. Dean Tim Botangan, there's Tim. can you give us an update on the Teaching and Learning Success Center? A lot going on there, with lots of work, lots of exciting things. Tim?
Good afternoon, everybody. Just really a brief update. Of course, you all know we are working on the Teaching and Learning Support Center. The physical space for it is what we're working on. And we really hope that we get this up and running in January when the students start coming in for spring semester. But behind the scenes is also, again, faculty. And again, kudos to the faculty for embracing the changes that we're making. I know I met with Fabulous 5, Math 5, Fabulous 4 team, which is the math faculty, Rudy Duque, Minerva Tamayo, which is here, Citilo Nevares, and Peter Esperanza. I think give them a hand. When I met with them, it's hard to get schedules together, but I had to meet with them in two groups. But when I spoke to them, I mean, they have both a feeling of terror and at the same time excitement. So they're terrified because they don't know what's going to happen with all these students coming into their classes and then trying to get them through to the transfer level courses. But they have embraced the work. And the key here is really collaborating with them to make sure that what their students need is what they let us know in the support center so that we can help their students. So it's kind of a tag team in a sense. So they're working on using NROC as a supplemental resource and probably the way to figure out what their students need, and they'll communicate that with us in the Teaching and Learning Support Center. We'll be working with our learning support services staff as well as our tutors over the break, doing a lot of training so that they know how to use these resources. And during the first 2 weeks of the spring, we'll be calling in a lot of the students to come in so that we can give them a really full-on orientation on the technology, on the online resources, on the platform that the faculty will be using, so that when they come onto the class, whether it's the Math 194 or the English 194, they are fully prepared with the equipment and the technology so that they can go right away into the subject matter with the instructor. So that's really kind of the strategy in it. And this work will continue on not just with the bridge courses, but also with the transfer level courses as well, whether it's Math 5 or whatever English courses it is. I met this morning with Christy Kremzik from the church. She's here. She's kind of the liaison between the English faculty. Hopefully I can get the rest of the English faculty and meet with them so that we have a little strategy. Same thing with what we're doing with the math faculty, so that we have a game plan in providing the support for our students come spring 2019. So we're all excited, and at the same time, yes, we're terrified, but I think working together, I'm sure we can do well. So thank you.
Thank you, Tim, and I want to thank the faculty. We've been looking at the data, thanks to Lisa. I know Christina and Melissa have been sharing the data with regard to, what colleges have been doing all around the state, really all around the nation with regard to remediation. So, I applaud you for your courage, and I know that, the faculty are looking at what's best for students all the time, and that's exactly what's happening. And we'll try it, and that's what you do. We'll try it, we'll test it, we'll evaluate it, we'll talk about it, and we'll just keep moving forward. But if we don't move, if we're not courageous, then it just stays status quo, and we see that that's just not working well enough for students. So I'm really excited because this is really innovative, and folks are just jumping in with both feet, and I have great confidence that it's going to work. But I also know that we'll learn from things that need to be tweaked. That's just the way things go when you pilot things. But we'll just keep improving. So thank you very much for having that courage, that creativity, but most of all, that commitment to always making things best for our students. So it's happening. Thanks a lot. So lots going on. Just want to let people know, if you haven't been down by the gym, oh my gosh, it's getting really cool and exciting. This is going to be our 17th Festival of Lights and Learning. Starts this evening at 4, goes to 7. So again, Amanda Simpson, Glenn, M&O staff, faculty, I know you've got the luminarias happening. CSEA, you always do some wonderful things. ASG, there's Photos with Santa. So Joanne Garcia, she's been helping, continuing to help. So everybody who's been involved, thank you so much. It's a wonderful event for our community. People look forward to it. We open up our campus for a wonderful time. Great vendors, food, entertainment. Amy Russ and others are going to be performing. So I hope that if you can make it, swing by, and it promises to be a really great event again. Also want to let folks know that courtesy of our foundation, they're providing monetary contributions to fund the open houses. So it'll be similar to what we had last year. And we'll get an email out to people before the end of the week. But just to let you know, and some of you, I'm sure, are already involved in planning these from your own areas. Thank you for doing that. But we hope that these open houses give you an opportunity. First of all, there's more times for people to mix and mingle. If there's departments that you don't know people, swing by just to say hello and get to know others. And it's fun for the divisions to be hosts for other faculty and staff on campus. So these will start next week. They go from Monday through Thursday. So first up will be on Monday. It'll be Academic Affairs hosting from 1 to 3 p.m. in the Solarium. I'm sensing a little competition here already.
There's a theme.
The theme for the Academic Affairs open house is
Candy cane. Okay, all right. Look forward to that.
So if you want to wear something candy cane-ish,
All right. I'll start with that.
I think that's okay.
Okay, so not to be undone, Tuesday. Oh, that's right.
Oh, so we have to wear something Karen painted.
Okay, Tuesday, admin services. This will be on Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the administration building in the conference room. I don't know if anybody knows of the theme or you're saving it.
We're still working on it.
Okay, I know last year was fun. Wednesday, student services from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the building.
And the theme is.
So we're doing the Polar Express. We invite everybody to come in their pajamas. It will be a pajama party. So and it'll be a special program. So.
I don't know, I didn't want to hear what was being joked about back there, but and then Thursday, the 10th, this will be a combination effort with Human Resources, Public Information Office, Research and Planning, and the President's Office. It'll be here in the PAC in the lobby, Thursday morning from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. So welcome, everybody.
Is there a theme?
No.
It'll be-
Anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed that. So, again, we'll send the times and the places and the hosts. We'll send an email out later this week. Let's see, next, this is a new thing that we hope to continue doing at All College Meeting, and this was brought up by the President's Shared Governance Council, which, by the way, if folks aren't aware, that's the group that we rely on to give ideas for the agenda for this meeting. So it's not just, me and the, leadership of the college figuring out what we're going to talk about. We're really trying to get input from everybody as to what's important for All College. So what we would like to start doing is introducing the new people that get hired on. We want to be able to welcome folks and let people know who's who, and we haven't. I feel remiss that we haven't done a very good job of that. So we wanted to be able to do it when as many folks are around, so that you can meet face to face and see the people who support you and who are part of our family here. So I'm gonna start, and then I'll have the managers. You can just volunteer and introduce your new hires so that people know who's here. So really, she's not new, but for those of you who are not aware, at the last board meeting, the board approved the continuation of Karen Kane. She's going to be serving as our Executive Vice President of Student Services and Academic Affairs for 2 years. So just want
He says speech.
I think folks have come to realize that Karen has just fallen in love with Barstow and the people of Barstow, and especially the faculty and staff here. And I want to thank you for being so supportive of her work. And we just wanted to make sure that we can continue this good work. So I'm very excited. We're just going to keep on moving forward. So thank you all. Thank you, Karen. And then, Karen, do you want to come up next and introduce any new folks?
Speech. Oh, you shouldn't. I couldn't possibly speak. Well, actually, I think it's the managers of each area. So from Student Services, Melissa, Christina, do we have people we want to introduce? Okay.
Yes, Nora Aguayo is our new special program specialist. And I believe our two new counselors wanted to be introduced. So we have Richard Alvarez and Lillian Franco, who are
From the Learning Resource Center, we also our library, distance ed area. I'd like to introduce Jennifer Lialofi. She's been here for 2 weeks now, but I wasn't able to introduce her the last time. So Jennifer Lialofi, she's a library technician.
No, Penny's not here, so do you want to do the honors for Penny?
Yeah, there's a couple of faculty or assistant faculty.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Minerva come. Oh,
No,
Minerva.
that's Amy.
I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry. We have also Sibilo Navarez. He's teaching math as well.
How about helping Tim if you're a new associate faculty member, will you stand up so he doesn't get wrinkle lines from squinting?
Heather Bradford as well. Anybody else?
Oh, I teach student development.
Other faculty?
So also then in academic affairs, I don't think we've officially introduced her, but our new curriculum specialist, Heather Bragg. You have, yes.
So in the business office, we have welcomed JoJo. She's our payroll specialist. And we have a temporary interim for purchasing technical staff experience.
Lyle, do you have anybody you would like to introduce?
She's not here, but
Let's get off the long list.
Lorena Aguilar, a long list. Lorena Aguilar, we stole her from finance. She's a temporary part-time employee. She's excellent on the phone, she's excellent for it all. Thank you again.
You guys, did we introduce you at the last meeting? But just in case you weren't here, Interim Director of Adult Education and Basic Skills is Elias Valencia. And somebody who's not here, but just in case you didn't read your email announcement, our new director of IT is Bryce Prutzos. Is that how you say his last name? Great guy. So make sure you welcome him and congratulate him. He's probably doing something. Hi, Bryce. He's probably doing something behind the scenes right now with technology. Okay, did we miss anybody? We have not, did we introduce you, Courtney? Oh, hello.
Yes, pending board approval of Courtney will be our access secretary.
Do you want me to just keep going down to the next item or do you? Okay, so I'm gonna, the last, or not the last, but getting towards the end of the agenda, there's something called BCC Pride. And in PSGC, we talked about how at the end of each term or semester at this meeting, we should allow the college community the opportunity to talk about what we're proud of, because there's so much to be proud of. So, I'm gonna start. And then if anybody would like to come up to the mic, or if you just wanna stand up, but there's just so much that we should be proud of this semester that has been accomplished. But I'll say, I'm really proud to get to be a part of a family that cares. And when I arrived at the college, one of the only things that was on was an empty office with an empty bulletin board, but there was one thing on the bulletin board, and it was the pennant or the banner that says, Barstow Cares, and it spells out the CARES and talks about it. And I thought, oh, it's just really nice. How nice of the college to do that. But within the first month, I started to realize that you actually live the words that are on that pennant, that you really do care. And Barstow, I found out, is actually known for caring more about students than really any other community college. And students know that. And Victor Valley knows that too, because every time I've met someone from Victor Valley, they always say, oh, we want to talk to you because you guys have the reputation of really caring about students, and we want to understand how you do that. So it's not just us saying that, it's us really living it every day. And it's something that it permeates who we are and what we're all about. So I'm really proud to get to work with people who care. It's what you dream about when you go into education, that you'll be in an environment where people really do mean what they say when they say I'm passionate about students or I'm passionate about student success. That can just roll off someone's tongue. Like, what does that mean, student success? It's just something we say. But here at Barstow, and I could go table by table by table and name you and say things that you're doing that have made a difference this semester and will make a difference beyond this semester in the lives of our students and in the life of this college. So I'm proud that I get to do this with you and be a part of you, because you're amazing, and the care that you provide shows in everything that we do. So who else would like to say something? Yes, Denise.
I am proud that I am one of the people that runs around this campus in everybody's face. And asking some question or doing something that people are probably saying, doesn't she know that already? And I am proud to work with people who don't say that to my face. So thank you guys all for being wonderful. I'm proud to work here. Glad to be here.
So I just wanted to say I'm really proud of Student Services Division. Worked together on a lot of projects. This semester has been so busy. Starting out with our Kid Welcome, our workshop collaboration, all of the events that we put on, and we're really working together as a team. So I'm really proud to be part of Student Services and just about the entire staff, that it just doesn't matter. We all come together and we get things done. And it shows so heavily in our division and especially within our department. So I'm very proud of that.
If you're here from Student Services, we just raise your hand so we can clap even louder for you. Very nice. Oh, Nance, go ahead. Oh, okay, Tim.
I want to give a shout out to, I guess, a group that are called Instructional Technology Early Adopters. And that's all of you folks who have embraced the use of instructional technologies. Canvas, for example, I know it was a difficult thing to Canvas. We went through a lot of work and heartache and pulling here. But I think we've gotten to a place where we're really comfortable with it. And I think from this point on, it's going to be even better as we learn to use more of the tools in Canvas. Same thing with working with all of you and using for Zoom, the other instructional technology resources that will make your courses better, and also to make reaching out to students better. So a lot of the technology we're using is not just for the classroom, but for student services, reaching out to student services, especially to those who are not exactly on campus, so you can reach out to them with tools such as Confer Zoom, Canvas shells, all those other things. So kudos to all of you for embracing that, and we'll continue to learn more as we go. And thank you.
I'm proud that I know how to say Tim's full title now. Nance, did you want to say something while he's walking up? Yes.
I just wanted to say that I am really proud to be here working with everyone as well, especially as Academic Senate President. But I think more importantly is I'm really proud of the administration, because it feels that there's been a cultural change in the atmosphere here at our college for the better. And I feel that everyone works well together, or at least we're all playing in the sandbox together as before. So sandbox, campus. So I gotta get that little plug in there. But it feels that we're all coming together for the same cause, which is the students. And I just want to say thank you to everyone.
Well, I'm proud to be a Barstonian. I live now in Barstow. I love the history. I love the opportunity to be a free thinker, somebody who can approach his job in a way that he thinks is adding to the value of the organization. That isn't always the case. So we're very, very fortunate to be led by people who provide us to be who we are. This is really extraordinary. So I had to come out to the desert to find it. Thank you all. And we'll see you around campus. I'll try to get out and walk around and say hello to everybody. But thank you for being very welcoming. And thank you for everything that you do. And thank you for being who you are. We very much appreciate it.
Let's give a real shout out to HR. They're one of the most supportive departments, areas on this campus, and we're all better for it. So thank you. Okay, so now I'm just going to start calling people out. So Samara, do you want to talk about a little bit about Starfish? Because I'm proud of you and all the triage efforts that you've done with Starfish and what that's doing.
So thank you everyone for who is participating with our making it successful for our Starfish. We have so many flags that has been raised. We have 2 new flags that we are hoping the instructor to close down. And just within last 2 weeks, we have so many flags that has been closed with the help of Emily Dubrow. She helped me with closing the flags and triaging all the flags for me. So thank you so much. We have so many referrals that we are getting for the tutoring supports. And again, it's nothing happened behind the scene of Melissa Meadows. She helps always with, like, we can come up with any ideas and she always say, yes, go for it. And that's what's making it happen. So thank you everyone who is helping me with the Starfish project.
I'm proud of our college, I'm proud of our students. I'm thankful to Karen for getting us through the last 9 weeks. The students They're going to state board. So far, all that have went have all passed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
The 8, 7, or 8 more that we're going to go full time. So I just want to give everybody an update on that. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And I'll come down and get a haircut.
So I'm proud of our counseling staff because a lot of the work that we're all terrified of doing as we go forward, being terrified is a really good place to be, quite frankly. It keeps you on your toes. And anytime you try something new, we should be right there on the edge of terror and also with confidence going forward, but it's good. But our counseling staff never says no, or they never balk. And anytime they've been asked to integrate into the classroom or to help with a new kind of idea that supports students, the counseling staff has never, ever said no. That is not normal. I just need you to know that. So what a pleasure to have our counseling faculty so supportive of all the work of the college and being willing to integrate your knowledge and expertise into all that we're doing. So proud of the counselors. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about Lisa Holmes and her area. What you probably don't know is Lisa, first of all, is brilliant. Secondly, she and Heather Meinhardt, also brilliant, volunteered to take a look at our schedule of class, or not our schedule of classes, but the way we schedule our classes, and apply enrollment management principles, which we haven't previously done. And this is not easy. It sounds easy. It's, again, when I say hundreds of hours of work, I'm not exaggerating. It's weekends, getting here at 6 in the morning, working till late at night. And they literally took apart years of history of how we've scheduled and changed it. And that is no easy feat. And it's working. The strategies that they've employed in building a student-centered schedule is working. It's going to require a lot of patience on everyone's part, which you've all demonstrated. But for them to do this, and it's not in their job description in any way, shape, or form, but they volunteered because it was the right thing to do. And they embody what I said earlier, the Barstow Cares. They're trying to make this a better place. They spent hours upon hours upon hours, really took a personal toll and did this work for this college because they love this college. And I just cannot thank you enough. And I wish Heather was here too, but I cannot thank you enough. And I'm really proud to work with people who decide for years we saw something going wrong. We now have opportunity to fix it, so we can't sort of say no. So we're jumping in and doing the work, and it's amazing. So thank you. Proud of you. Okay, so since the business office is shy, can we just all just take a moment of silence to appreciate how proud we are of our business office, because they are the silent heroes, honestly. A lot of the things that you just expect to get done and scream and cry about if they don't get done happen with this group of people right here at this table in our business office, and they never complain. And everybody knows that Patty works probably 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and never complains, never says anything. She just works for the good of college. But she has a staff of folks that we can all be very proud of, who also work very, very hard. And so I want to thank you, and let's all thank them for the work they do to keep us running. Anybody else want to say anything? Yes, Patty.
So on that note, I was going to speak up and say something. I am proud to be here in college. I'm very proud of my staff. Sorry. We actually had the county come and do an audit on our department, and we passed with flying colors. We're currently waiting for our internal auditors to let us know how our audit went. We probably won't know until the first of the year. I also want to commend Amir and everyone else who's working on our website. The dedication they put into that is going to be so amazing for all of us to benefit from. So I wanted to thank everyone who's been working on the website.
Very nice. Anybody else wanna say something? Okay, then I'll finish this with, first of all, isn't this nice? I mean, really, it's very nice to hear what people have been doing, how they're doing it. But none of this would be possible without, as VP Engeldinger said, without the leadership of our superintendent president. And I never would have discovered Barstow if it wasn't for Dr. Bagg. So I think we all need to know she also isn't like flashy, you know, and so she's constantly working all the time though, and she has each of you in mind, and she's always thinking about ways to improve what we're doing. And I think kind of what Nancy, you said, so you feel a shift in the climate. Well, that's due to Dr. Bagg and her leadership. So I'm proud to get to be at a college where our superintendent president really gets it. You know, she gets it and she lets people work and she supports the work. So I think that we can all be very, very proud that we're represented by such a strong leader and someone who allows us to do what we know is right for our students and for our region. So Dr. Bagg, thank you.
Thank you. You know, you guys, the only thing that I did is how wonderful you are. I distinctly remember in 2007 when I left this college there was different things going on, and I had an opportunity, and I cried. And you were always in my heart. And when this opportunity came up, and hearing and watching over the last year and a half, I mean, there is no better group of people. And I mean, this is definitely the right place for me to be. I'll tell you, we worked really hard at Long Beach City College, and that ship, I mean, as much as it got highlighted in the news, they ain't got nothing on y'all here in terms of, seriously, the flexibility, the creativity, the courage we're talking about, the willingness to think outside the box and step outside of your comfort zones. That's what makes you great. And I'm the one who's honored to be here, and whatever I can do to support you, that's all I'm here to do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. We'll look forward to wonderful holidays, safe and happy with your families and friends. And we'll come back for a great spring semester, and hopefully we'll see you tonight at Lights and Learning. So thank you all. That was fun. I like hearing about all this stuff. So with that, Ed must be down getting ready for tonight. So we'll, I'm sure all of the activities in the pack will be posted and made available. But anyway, have a great day, and thanks so much.